when in all of our conversations with everybody on here, when I was talking about developing depth, it was just, I just know how good this conference is. I know what kind of grind it is. I'm like, I know you got to have 8, 9 guys that are producing. And when you go into your bench, you just can't have these huge drop-offs. I wasn't thinking about COVID at that when I was saying all this back in October, November. That's just to be honest. Now it even plays a bigger factor. Holy cow! You know, you're losing guys here and there, and we're not going to be alone. I mean, I saw West Virginia was down a bunch of guys. I mean, guys are going to be playing in and out. It's going to happen. Grateful that we're going to keep playing. Grateful we were able to play the game the other night. But that's not what I thought of when I was thinking of depth. I was just thinking of my normal, how good the conference is, the grind, and no drop-offs when we got into the bench.
Now, this answer may be out there, and I apologize if it is, but what is the threshold for being able to play a basketball game? What would keep you guys from playing a game?
Again, that's been debated. I know the Big 12 is actually on a conference call as we speak. Some leagues were saying 8 players counting walk-ons. Some were saying 6 scholarship players, that you got to play. So it's really a gray area where we're just trying to get some guidance. But I know the Big 12's been meeting on it. I mean, literally, I think they're on a call as we speak. But I just talking to some colleagues, it didn't come into play for us because we were down 3, so we had plenty to play. So we were going to play regardless. But we haven't got into that gray area whether you got 6 scholarship players or 8 total. So we're still looking for that, but that's where it's been.
Especially when you're playing a tough team like Baylor, just what challenge does that present to you guys as far as game planning and things like that?
They're as deep. I mean, they're deep, and like there's no slippage. I mean, I think their leading scorer comes off the bench. I mean, their second 5 could compete for a crown. In this, I mean, they're that deep. So you to be shorthanded against that you don't want that. But I just think for us, you just got to find guys stepping up, got some different guys, and hopefully you get some guys back. But depth, COVID or not, depth is key to teams to succeed, especially in this league, the number 1 league in the country, where it's loaded. Your depth is you need it. First and foremost, it's about the rebounding. They're as good as rebounding team, and I've said that now. We played Florida and Arkansas, and I'm like, man, these guys, the way they rebound those 2 teams, and then all of a sudden now you're at the best of the best rebounding. So how we match up is that it's got to be that at almost every word out of your mouth. Prepping for Baylor is you've got to rebound. They crash. They're long. They come hard. They kick it out for threes. They really dominate the glass. So that's the number 1 first and foremost matchup issue you have is you got to be thinking about how well the rebounder they are. I think Akinjo's playing great. Thought he had a great Iowa State game. Myers off the bench. He's another guy averaging, 14 a game off the bench. But all of them, Flagler, Mayer, Kendall Brown's a freshman. Just truly an amazing job Scott's done to win it all, to lose that many key guys, and to be right back there, number 1 in the country. I agree. Just hats off, man. Ton of respect for, having these guys in the program come up, and then when it's their turn to step up, whether it's through recruiting, transfer, or development of them coming up in the program, their culture is to win it all, and then to be right back. It's not like they got everybody back. I mean, they got some back, but they lost key guys, and just a lot of hats off respect for the program.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.